Hey there. Do you feel like every conversation that you are having about college searching and applications is an argument, or that it is causing frustration and stress? How many times have you started talking about looking at the college search process and applications only to postpone it because it has felt too overwhelming? When it seems like every conversation about college searching becomes that argument or becomes stressful, it doesn't have to be that bad. You can have positive communication about the steps that you're going to take, and you can be confident in what you're doing. Hey there, I'm Courtney, and I'm the founder of Confused to College Ready. With over 15 years experience as a mental health therapist turned school counselor, I am bringing my experience and expertise to help you navigate the college search experience. My goal is to serve students and their families and unlock the secrets to college searching. Stay tuned. If you're like many of the families that I work with, when it's time to start that college search and application process, there is stress, tension, and at times a tendency to just put it all off and postpone because it's hard to even know where to start. It does not have to be that stressful. There are so many strategies that you can use so that you don't feel completely overwhelmed or unsure of what to do next. You also don't have to feel like the only thing that you do is talk about working on college applications day in and day out. You've had a long day at school or work. You have extracurricular activities, different things that you're running to before school, after work, and you just want to come home and rest. So one of the things that I want to talk to you about is coming up with a meeting schedule. One of the activities that has worked really well for a lot of the families that I work with is to have that regular meeting and to have those consistently scheduled on your calendar where you can talk about where you are in that college search process. This is also going to help you set up action steps so that you know what to do in between each meeting. So when you have that set time to talk, you come up with a specific plan of what are we going to do between now and the next time that we meet. Here are the things that we need to make sure that we have researched, or here are the steps that we need to make sure have taken place as far as filling out applications or working on an essay or looking for scholarships. This is going to help take the pressure off of you, help take the pressure off of your family, off of your student, as you're talking throughout the week. And at other times, if you do that after work or in those times where you feel exhausted and you're not completely ready, it's going to feel a whole lot more stressful. So what we want to do is set up that consistent meeting schedule, those consistent timelines, because that's going to help you avoid any kind of last minute work. The amount and frequency of the time that you're going to meet is going to depend on what grade your student is in or what grade you're in as the student, because that will make a difference on how often you need to meet. The closer that you get to senior year and completing those applications and that application season, the more often that you're going to need to meet. And that could end up tapering off once those applications are done, and then kind of coming back together as you're making final decisions or working on scholarships. So I'm going to go into more detail on this in a future podcast episode, but there are some steps that I want you to think about to help you get started. The first one is to plan ahead. So you want to set aside time to talk before life starts to get super busy. If you have time set up to talk, you're not going to look at scheduling anything else during those times or putting off the topics. If it's on the calendar, then that is that set time, and it's a commitment that you have made to come together as a family and be able to talk through what you need to focus on. So this might mean looking at extracurricular activities. This could mean looking at travel plans. Is someone traveling for work or for school? If you play any kind of travel sports, those are things that you need to consider, and how much energy you're going to have to devote to this meeting, and then set up that consistent time to meet. Your next step is going to be having an action plan for the meeting. So during each meeting, you want to look at what did you talk about the last time? What work were you supposed to complete, or what action steps did you need to take before the current meeting? And then look at what you learned during that with those action steps. Are there any decisions that you need to make or material that you need to review? Make those decisions and then come up with what you need to work on until between now and your next meeting. And then make an outline of, okay, during our next meeting, these are the things that we're going to talk about. And that's going to help to streamline the time that you're together and to really focus your time and energy and effort so that you are being fruitful and having just a positive meeting experience, and you feel like you are making the most of your time. All right, number 3, we want to eliminate distractions. So you want to make sure that you are talking at a time where you're not going to be interrupted. If that means that you need to leave the house and go somewhere to talk, do that. You don't have to go somewhere and, if you want, you could go somewhere where you could get a drink and you can sit down and have some of that time. But you also don't have to go spend money. You could go to your local library or go to a park, depending on the weather. If you know that your phone is going to distract you or your watch is going to distract you, put it on silent, take the watch off, and put it out of sight. This is a time for you to focus on your search, to focus on the people that you're with, and to focus on getting things accomplished so that you can feel good walking out of that meeting time. And then the last thing that you want to do is make sure that you have everything with you that you're going to need. This could include drinks, snacks, notebooks, pens, your computer or tablet. You only want to have open the pages that are going to impact the topics that you're covering in that meeting. So you don't want to have social media pulled up unless you need to be on that social media platform to be able to do something. You want to make sure that you're fully engaged and prepared to not having to get up and, we need to get this or we need to get that. Make the most out of that time, and it is going to seem like you are getting those steps and all of the pieces put together as seamlessly as possible, and that your meeting time has been productive. So following these steps is going to help you be fully prepared to make the most of your meeting time and giving you a plan of action to move forward. Don't miss out on our other podcasts where we're going to continue to walk you through the college search and application process and give you steps to help make sure that things go smoothly. Until next time, I am here to serve you and your student. Take care. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Please subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Confused to Ready, and download our free guide on how to start or expand your college search at confusedtoready.com/how to start.